Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to episode 2 of Josiah.
The Meat Locker.
Yes, sir. And you will notice that you are greeted by a beautiful picture of Dallas. It's just a selfie that he took before
R.I.P.
the plastic surgery, which he used to look like that, basically a lot like Nicolas Cage, but no, he's just not here today. He's actually feeling sick. He says it's COVID symptoms, but COVID symptoms are pretty close to.
What's he feeling? Did he say? I don't know if it's the same text that I read, but
He said, if I'll just check it right quick. No, he said I'm in bed with what seems to be COVID. So yeah. But yeah, we will do just fine without him, won't we?
I mean, it's gonna be rough, but
It will be rough.
because he makes us one. But
yeah, he really does.
We're here.
It's
We're
the Trinity, the Triforce.
Exactly. That's all I can say.
Mm-hmm.
But if you watch this, hopefully you get better.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week.
Mm-hmm. Or in the afterlife.
Or there.
Everyone sooner.
R.I.P.
How was your day?
Hanging in there.
Another day.
It was pretty good. I went to work and now we're here. How about you?
Yeah, it's doing good. I watched Justice League
today.
The Snyder cut. Well, I watched half of it yesterday, half of it today.
What'd you think? I had to do that too, by the way. It was a long movie.
Bro, that movie I loved it personally. Like, I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought it was dope as crap. What about you?
So I watched the other one before.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, like before, just to kind of compare. And the thing I liked about the first one, Josh Whedon's, was that it was more colorful. I like the more colorful look, I think. I do like how Zack Snyder's is darker looking, but for me it felt a little too gray the whole time. And at first it kind of started off really slow. Like that scene where they're in the other country somewhere in the ice mountains and those girls are singing.
That was a little weird to start like that. Because it's funny you bring that up, because I'm like, no wonder the movie's 4 hours long. They spend like 2 minutes just on these women singing, which looking back to it, why was that a thing? Who knows?
Honestly, I was cringing the whole time that part was happening. I was like, and I honestly, I was like, is this how the whole movie's gonna be like this?
Yeah.
But it definitely like changed.
Yeah. So just a quick update for people that don't know. Justice League, the Josh Whedon, I believe that was the director. He directed it and it released in 2017. And I guess people didn't like how it was portrayed or something. I had no idea.
Basically, like that. Well, here's what happened. So Zack Snyder was originally gonna direct it, and then his daughter died, and so he had to step away. So they brought Josh Whedon in, who is the one who directed the Avenger movie, or the Avengers, the first one,
and 300.
And that one too. And so, Zack Snyder is the one who did 300.
Oh, okay,
yeah. And he also did Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman. But yeah, they brought in Josh Whedon from the Avengers, and he just like changed everything, made it more like way more less depressing looking, but too much. Yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense, because at first I thought it was this director made a crap movie, let's get Zack Snyder to make it good. Imagine that director, he's like, well, crap. I mean, he inevitably already feels a little bit bad, but but shoot, like, Me personally, I'm not a huge fan of superhero movies, and I preferred the. I know you like them more. I mean, I like them, but
Yeah,
I prefer like just not regular movies, but
yeah,
I don't
different.
know,
Yeah, I mean,
different styles,
everyone's got
whatever.
different tastes, but
Exactly,
you're not really cool unless you like superhero
a
movies
hundred
like
percent,
me.
100%.
So
And and so yeah, I like the, and honestly, at first I didn't like the aspect ratio, but I got more used to it, and it made it to where my eyes could see everything, you know, because if I
yeah,
watch it on the big screen, it's wide and everything, it's like it's hard to see everything. But going back to the update, so basically, yeah, the first directors, Zack Snyder couldn't do it, like Josiah said, so Josh Whedon did it, and people were literally made a petition to get the Zack Schneider
yeah,
cut, and they got it. So they went back and basically made the same exact movie, like reused some of the shots, took out some of the shots, redid a lot of the CGI. Like I didn't see the previous movie, but I'm guessing it's like,
oh,
obviously
it's
it's
way
twice as
better.
long.
Yeah,
That's one
it's
huge difference. It's the previous
yeah,
one was 2 hours, and this one's 4 hours. It's crazy, but I will say I could have sat through the whole thing in one sitting if I really wanted to,
yeah,
because in my opinion, you're right. The beginning was slow, but once it got going, like it was it was interesting, and there wasn't a lot of like dialogue that was boring and stuff like that. There was actually like
hmm,
minimal. It was
yeah,
pretty much action packed.
yeah. It was. It didn't feel like 4 hours, although I won't be able to watch it. Like I wouldn't be something that I could watch like twice in 2 nights because it was so long, but
Yeah, for
it
sure.
also didn't feel as long as it was.
Yeah, for sure. And that's always a value of a good movie, because there's always those movies where you're like itching for it to end, you
Yeah.
know, and you're like
Hmm.
that's the worst. Another thing that I liked about it is like some of these superhero movies, it seems like you had to have watched all the previous movies to understand,
Mm.
and it's
Yeah.
almost like you had to like read the comics and everything. But this
Hmm.
movie, I felt like you could watch that and have that be the only like superhero movie you've ever watched and
Yeah.
kind of get a gist. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I like that a
That's
lot.
yeah, exactly. Like at the beginning, it shows Superman's like yelling or whatever. I think with that, no, because it kind of showed
Well, it was
even
him dying.
there.
It was him
Yeah.
dead. Because
Yeah.
it's funny because like the opening, should we say spoilers? I mean,
I
it's literally
feel
the
like if
opening
you
scene.
haven't seen it by now, I mean, if you have HBO Max, then
It's
it's
worth it.
free.
We won't,
Yeah.
I guess, spoil anything too crazy, but literally the opening shot is like a spike drove through Superman, and he's like screaming. That's basically what Josiah was saying.
Yeah. Yeah, that I don't remember if you'd have to watch the one before that to understand why that was happening.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
I
think I
didn't.
think it might have showed what happened, but either
The only
way,
the only thing is I didn't know where the cubes came from. I
oh
feel like
yeah.
in all these movies there's always a cube or some
Even like the
stones or
Avengers
something.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some magical stones or a cube or an orb or
Yeah.
something.
And they all have something to do with some kind of like
Yeah.
time or like
Hmm.
speed.
Even Transformers, they were all trying to get the cube.
True. Yeah, I like the all spark. I don't
Yeah.
know
The old school.
what's up with cubes in movies. I don't get it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I mean, why not
do
throw a
you
sphere in there?
like if you had to choose between Marvel and DC, which one would you
I
choose?
don't even know what is Marvel, um Iron
Marvel's
Man.
like yeah, like Iron Man, super or
Okay.
not Superman, Spider-Man and Captain America.
Honestly, I like DC more, but Avengers was dope too. It's
Hmm.
I honestly see them as the exact same thing. That's me.
Hmm.
Like if they all like showed up in the same movie, I wouldn't think twice, because
You're
I
like,
thought,
oh, normal.
I like, which I literally still to this day, before you even said that, I thought they were the same thing. You
Yeah,
know, like
yeah.
I don't know, but what about you?
You know, it's to me, it's the same. Not like I don't see them the same, but
Same
I feel
level.
like for me, Marvel's more like happy and DC is more depressing,
Mhm.
which doesn't sound very good for DC, but
It's more real, I
yeah,
feel.
it's more dark. And
Yeah,
I
and
like it for if I want to feel like badass or something.
yeah,
And I like Marvel for feeling good, kind
yeah,
of.
for sure. It's kind of like I like watching movies that are because it's more real, and real life is rated R. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
true.
that's just what it is. You know, you don't want like a nerfed down version of what reality is. You want real. And I want to know, if I know that it's a movie is like PG-13 or PG, I know that some possibilities are automatically ruled out. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah,
there's no way that guy's head is gonna get chopped off because it's PG-13 or something like that. You know what I mean?
true.
Because
Yeah,
it's like you in an R-rated movie, you have no idea what's gonna happen, and I like that a lot.
yeah.
And that's why I really enjoyed it. Enjoyed it.
Enjoyed it.
enjoyed enjoyed Justice League because it was rated R. I thought that was sick. And
Was
like,
it?
yeah, dude, and like there was like blood effects, and I don't know, it like it was cool seeing a superhero movie, but
Mhm.
did you see Logan?
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
that a lot, and
That
that
one
was
was
rated
cool.
R. Yeah.
And Deadpool. Have you seen
I
Deadpool?
haven't seen Deadpool.
Those are pretty funny. You should watch those.
Okay,
And
cool.
they're rated R.
Yeah, yeah. I would think those are good. I like the main character a lot. What's his name? Main
Um,
actor.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like him a lot.
he's
He's
cool.
funny. But yeah, and it's funny because about Justice League, it really made me like realize that Batman is just a guy. You know what I mean? Like he's around all these gods, and
Yeah,
Batman just keeps getting like basically tossed around. Like I don't know. It's
literally.
realistic, but he's like just some rich guy that like has a bunch of cool gadgets, and he's obviously still like sick, but
Mhm.
it's realistic, like showing
Yeah.
him go against these literal gods. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? He can't do anything against them.
And at least he says that he's like, what's your Flash was like, what's your superpower? He's like, I'm rich.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that, but yeah, that's funny. And that kind of is like he's bringing his power, like think of like the most superpowers humans we could have is being rich, you know,
Yeah.
unless
Sure.
you're like some like The Rock or something, like some crazy athlete, but you know, I don't
Hmm.
know.
Yeah.
uh, and it's cool because I didn't see any Wonder Woman movies before that, and that movie made Wonder Woman look super dope.
Yeah. Have you seen the second Wonder Woman?
I haven't seen any Wonder Womans.
Oh.
I just that Justice League made Wonder Woman look dope.
Yeah, the first one's really good. The
Wonder
second
Woman?
one sucked. Yeah.
Okay.
The second one sucked.
Mm.
It, it won't almost spoil it, but it basically just had
I honestly I
it just
won't watch
sucked.
it. I mean, that's just I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe
Especially if
it's a
I tell you it
sexist thing,
sucks.
dude. I don't know. I just it doesn't interest me, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
Unless it was made by like Christopher Nolan or something, then I'm just you know what I mean? Like I don't
yeah.
know. It's or some like really good director. It's just
Well, I don't know if you knew this, but I think that I read somewhere that Christopher Nolan produced the new Justice League movie with Zack Snyder. He did, I think he helped with the writing or something like
Mm,
that. So I think that might be why it had kind of a cool ending with the
yeah.
Flash like reversing time.
Right. That was cool.
I wanted to talk to you about the whole Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul.
I'm down,
What do
man.
you think about what do you think about that whole fight? Obviously, Floyd Mayweather is the greatest boxer of all time. Never lost.
Never freaking lost. Insane.
Did
Um,
you watch the videos earlier about?
I did. Yeah, that's funny. It's almost like, well, in case you guys didn't see, basically Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather had like a face off where they literally just like saw each other face to face and got in each other's faces. Do you know where that was and why that happened?
It was a press conference. So they were having,
For Logan versus
yeah. The fight,
Oh.
whenever a fight happens, they always have press conferences before.
Yeah, I didn't see
And
the press conference. Did that incident make it to where it didn't happen?
no, so that happened after the press conference. That was like
Oh,
backstage.
I haven't
Yeah, the
seen
press
anything on it.
conference was, it was really cringy. It's,
Really?
yeah, just every time I see Logan Paul and his brother Jake Paul, I like Logan Paul a lot better than Jake Paul.
Oh, easily.
But
Jake
like,
Paul's a ding dong, dude.
yeah, and he's the one who started that whole backstage brawl.
Yeah.
Did
Like,
you
I'll
see that? He's
explain
the one
it.
who took,
Yeah.
yeah. But like, yeah, so the press conference was before, and it's just really cringy because Logan Paul, they're just trying to argue and create hype, but you can
Mm,
tell that Logan Paul is just kind of saying things, but he's not actually like that.
mm.
I don't know. You'd have to watch it to see. It's
It's
pretty
probably the
cringy.
same thing. It's like when he did it for KSI. Like,
Yeah, basically.
it's yeah.
But yeah, so backstage, I think that Floyd ran into Jake or something, and then they started talking back and forth, and then Jake stole his hat and is like, and then ran away.
Yeah,
Did you
it's
see
super
that?
funny. He's like, got your hat.
Yeah, he's like, I
Literally
got
like
your
a
hat.
kid.
And then he's just, yeah, like a kid, just the whole time. He's like, I got your hat, I got your hat.
Yeah.
And then the
And then
securities,
like everybody pounced on him, including Floyd Mayweather. Literally
yeah.
chased after him.
Dude, I've never seen Floyd Mayweather blow up like that with anybody.
Mm,
Not even when he fought Conor McGregor.
mm.
Like, I think he just
Well,
actually hates Jake Paul.
I think I think it was like this. And obviously I don't know shit. But I think my brain just completely crapped itself. But I think because uh Mayweather and Conor McGregor were going into a press conference, his boys to Mayweather are like, okay, he is going to tear you apart and you just need to be calm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And with the Jake Paul incident, he didn't have that time to be like, if anything happens, you just calm down, don't freak out. So his instinct, which Mayweather's instinct to chase after him,
Mm-hmm.
was his instinct. And honestly, I think that was for sure the wrong move because it made him look weak, in my opinion. He should have just
Yeah,
stood there and be like, "Are you serious,
I
man?"
think so too. Yeah.
But he got crazy, and honestly, it kind of showed that It seemed like he was insecure about it,
Mm-hmm.
which
Yeah.
I mean, he shouldn't have any reason to be insecure. It's not even like he's bald or
Mm-hmm.
anything. Like if he was
He
bald,
can
that
grow
would have
hair.
been yeah. I mean,
I
I
mean, I
don't
feel like he's
know.
been bald his whole life,
Yeah, I mean,
but
you could tell
you
maybe
can
he's
tell he
like
has hair
thinning, but he's like,
now.
what is he like? He's old, or
Yeah, he's like 50.
yeah. I mean, yeah, but yeah. I basically thought that was, but Jake Paul, he knows how to push people's buttons. That's the thing.
He's getting a lot of hype and a lot of money from these fights,
Yeah,
which
I.
kind of sucks, but
It's almost like he's stealing the shine from Logan's fight. Like it's like
true.
everybody's talking about Jake versus Floyd,
Yeah.
and Logan's the one that's actually gonna box him.
I was thinking that too when I was watching after, like the backstage. Logan was kind of just standing there like, what did he do?
Mm. Well, Logan
I
jumped
felt kind of
in.
bad for him.
Logan jumped in after when all the bodyguards and everything were on top of Jake Paul. He like literally jumped in,
Hmm.
and honestly, I feel bad for him because if I saw my younger brother doing something stupid and getting like basically like, you know,
Hmm.
tackled, I would want to get in and help him too. But it's like
Yeah.
I don't know, man. If my brother was Jake Paul, that would be a difficult time. It's
If my
like
brother was Jake Paul, I wouldn't talk to him.
how would you defend that? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why he's like that.
I feel like he's a bad brother. Like I saw this
Jake
interview with
Paul.
him. Yeah.
Mm.
I saw this interview with him. I guess he was even saying it to Logan's face, basically that if they fought, he would kick his ass, basically.
Oh, Logan Paul versus Jake Paul for
Yeah,
sure.
Jake was saying that to Logan,
Mm-hmm.
like on their podcast.
Mm.
And for me, I wouldn't fight my brothers.
No,
Like
that would
I wouldn't even it wouldn't to me, I wouldn't even worry about who would win because it just wouldn't
no.
happen.
It wouldn't be good for the dynamic of
Yeah.
the brothership.
Hmm.
Yeah, and that's more important than any like pay-per-view dollars you'd get or whatever. It's like if you're that desperate for money, and honestly, if you're a fighter and you're in it for the passion of fighting, God bless you. But if
Hmm.
you're a YouTuber doing it, it's like I don't know. You're obviously you're getting onto a wave almost. You know what I mean? Like you're not a true passionate fighter. You know, you haven't been doing it a long
Yeah.
time. You're literally just hopping on like the bandwagon to get like a quick buck, like
Hmm.
Dogecoin or something.
Yeah. Which I want to talk about in a little bit. But
Yeah, for sure.
what do you think about all these YouTubers starting to box? Do you like that? Or do you think it's just it needs to end?
I think it's good entertainment to be honest, but if like I mean, there's no one that I follow that would ever do box. There's no one that I follow that I really like that would ever do like a boxing
Hmm.
thing. So if they lost, like let me start over. If someone that I followed that I really liked got into a boxing like KSI for example, if he
Hmm.
lost, I would have felt really bad,
Yeah.
because it's like seeing the guy I'm rooting for lose.
Hmm.
Um,
Like Ben Askren.
but yeah, but if he wins, I mean that's cool. But and honestly, I just wish I didn't even see it in the first place.
Yeah,
I don't know. What do you?
exactly.
I just feel like it's just like it's a quick buck, and it's like literally people are just doing it just to make like you know money,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I'm the same way. I wouldn't mind. I like watching fights. So if there's two people that I liked watching on YouTube and they got in a fight, I would watch it and it's
Hmm.
entertaining. So,
And here's another
but
thing.
yeah,
Sorry if I interrupted you.
go ahead.
I like watching actual good fighters fight. If
Mhm.
I watch like two YouTubers fight, they're just going to be flailing arms and not even like the Ben Askren versus Jake Paul. Like that was disgusting.
Yeah.
But watching actual like true good like Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul, that's going to be a fun fight to watch because it's going to
Hmm.
be someone that's decent at boxing and is really strong and tall versus
Hmm.
obviously arguably the best of all time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's
Hmm.
that's it's almost like a historical event. You have to watch it. But like or like professional MMA. I'll watch that because these people are like experts. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
But if you're watching two guys just like almost like what I referred to last time, where it was like boxing toys where you just pushed on the buttons and they like punch, that's all they're doing. Like they don't care
Yeah.
about defense. They just punch, 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 punch. Their heads wide open. They just do not care. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like it's just not that entertaining to watch because there's no skill and you're literally just waiting for a knockout, right?
Hmm.
I mean, you're just
Yeah.
waiting to see who wins or if they get knocked out. You're not looking at technical skill or learning anything from it. But I
Yeah,
don't know.
exactly. It's they kind of just go out there and start throwing hands. It's
Hmm.
basically a street fight
Yeah, yeah,
with a
exactly.
referee.
Exactly.
But yeah,
But I mean, it's entertainment and money,
yeah,
big bag.
exactly. I wonder how much they're actually getting paid because I saw Jake Paul say he got like few million from that, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't. I wouldn't think so. I mean, they definitely they got a lot of money. That event sold, I think, 60. I mean, I heard it did like 67 million pay-per-view
Yeah, well,
or
I think
60.
that's what Jake said, but then
Oh,
you got like people
if Jake
like
said it.
Dana White saying that's not true at all. There's no way
Hmm.
because he's been doing it for 20 years and he's never gotten, with like even Conor McGregor barely hit those numbers. So
Yeah.
it could be
To be
lies or it could be
fair,
true.
it was the the highest grossing fight, boxing, ninth. So I don't know. I don't
Boxing
know.
does get some big fights too.
Really? Wow. I
So
mean,
maybe I actually did do that good. It's
who
possible.
knows? Who knows? But I mean, dude, it's like people don't realize, like, if you make $1 million, just $1 million, you feasibly could like live off that for the rest of your life, you know? Like
Mhm.
all these rappers and stuff get like $1 million and like just blow it instantly.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's the
I
lifestyle
don't
you live to. You run
Okay,
off.
sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know why my camera keeps doing this. Basically, I can't see you. Can you see me?
Yeah,
Okay. I guess
yeah.
that's all that matters. So let's talk about Dogecoin.
Yeah.
Do you think that when is Elon Musk supposed to talk about it?
2 days, Saturday, May 8th.
May 8th? Okay. Do you think that that'll do anything for it?
It
Do you think it'll
depends.
actually
If he mentions Doge, for sure.
Mhm.
I pulled out, to be honest.
Did you?
I just kept in a little bit of my profits.
You don't want to have a baby yet?
What? Oh. I'm like, no,
You're
but
like I don't get
yeah.
it.
I pulled out. I was balls deep and I
Mm.
pulled out and just kept a little bit of my profit in there.
Just
So
the tip.
yeah, I just have the tip in right now. No, but it's like if it goes to $1, I'll still make like $20 more or something like that.
Yeah.
But I literally left in $10 or something
Hmm.
like that.
Yeah.
So or actually I left in like $7 and it like instantly went to 12. I'm like, dang, no.
You're like, I should have just waited another
Yeah,
hour.
exactly. But then like it's like gone crazy low. I
Yeah,
pulled
no, it's
out
going back
decently
down.
high.
Yeah. Hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah, dude, it's really just a gamble. It's honest. I mean, for us, if for
For
people
sure.
that really look into it and they really can like look at the ticks and see
Yeah.
how the trends are with it,
But at the end of the
maybe for
day,
them they're better. But
it's not like there's a pattern, you know? Like,
yeah,
yeah, often probability says if it does this, it'll do this, but you never know if it's does this, it's gonna do, and then it just completely goes the opposite way. Like
yeah.
you
There's no way to
never know.
know.
It's impossible unless
It
you're
could
from the
just end.
future. If you're
Hmm.
from the future, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I might be,
dude,
but I'm
if you
not going to tell
are,
you how your future ends when you die
at least
because
tell me
it would just
to
depress you.
invest in Doge. That's all I need to know. No, but
I
also,
was,
so I more than doubled my money though.
see,
So
that's good.
that's all I'm happy with.
Yeah.
It was literally like stressing me out because
Hmm.
I was also thinking, I'm like, on Saturday I'm gonna have to watch SNL live because if he says like screw Doge, pull out, it just
I'm ending it right
drops.
now live.
Yeah, I own 25% of it and I am pulling it out live. It just drops.
And I'm not going to give you guys any time to pull out.
Yeah.
Beep.
Yeah. And that's another thing, people, if you don't know, one person owns 28% of all Doge. Isn't that insane? It's probably the creator. Who knows? And then 600 people hold 80% of Doge. And let's just think hypothetically, they all know each other, and bought
Yeah.
it. And maybe one, I don't know. I don't think Elon Musk is in it. He could be, I guess, but
Hmm.
they could just completely pull out at any time and get so rich off of everyone's hype. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So
They could. And
I got worried about it and pulled out with my earnings and kept a little bit in. So
I don't think there's anything wrong with that because, like, you
no,
hear people being like, You gotta stay in, man.
Yeah. Diamond hands.
Yeah. Like, what are you, pussy? They'll pull out.
Yeah, you gotta hold,
And then
hold.
they lose it all. Like,
Yeah,
they're like,
literally.
but at least I was brave.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. People say this thing called like FOMO, fear of missing out.
Hmm.
And I honestly had that because
Yeah.
it's like, and it's crazy. It messes with your head because I'm like, I more than doubled my money. If I put in 1,000, I would have doubled it. If I would have put
Hmm.
in, like,
Yeah.
you know,
It's so hard not to think like that. I think about that too because when I like, when I bought it, I bought 227 shares and it only cost me $15.
yeah, you bought
So
it
if I had,
early.
imagine if I had put in $1,000, but you can't think like that because you didn't, and there's no way to know what would happen. I could have lost that thousand, and
No,
it's not
isn't
like
it
I would have
crazy?
known.
You would have had like $180,000.
So there's this guy from my work who
I
comes
don't
in
even want
every
to
now
hear
and
it.
then,
Just kidding.
and he said, I don't know if I believe him, but he's like 60 and he looks like somebody who looks like they wouldn't lie about this. They look like a serious person. So anyway, he said he put in $75 last year, and he now has $90,000 in Dogecoin. So
$75.
seventy-five
Yeah, that
dollars
makes sense
last
because
year.
last year it was literally like a third of a cent or something like that. And you bought it when it was 5 cents, right?
I did.
I think so.
I bought it when it was like 0.5 cent, like half a cent, half of 1 cent.
I think you would have made a lot more money. That's the thing. I've been doing the math.
Let me check.
I think you can see. You should just be able to click on the history at the bottom and I'll see what you bought for. So if it's 0.05, that's 5 cents. But if it's 0.005, that's half a cent.
So let's see. History. It looks like I bought it at. Oh yeah, you're right. 5 cents.
Okay.
0.05. Yeah. I don't know why I
Wait,
thought
no,
I
no, no.
bought it.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
I don't know why I thought I bought it like
Well, it's
half a cent.
confusing because
I
I
thought I
would think
did.
you would do 0.5 as 5 cents, but that would be 50.
Yeah, 50 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but I for some reason I thought it was lower than that. If I did buy lower than that, then
You still made crazy profit.
yeah. So I think it's like 150 right now. So made like
That's crazy,
120,
dude.
100 like what's $135 or something like that.
And your diamond hands?
Which it's
You
not like
haven't pulled out any?
no, I'm gonna keep it in there no matter what.
Dang,
And
dude. No
unless
matter what. Even if
if
it
it
hits a
goes
dollar?
if it's $1,
Dude,
I'll
pull
probably pull
out
out.
if it hits. Pull
I
out
probably will.
80% of it at least. Because it's like,
So
people have alarms at
mhm,
one. I guarantee you at least 50% of people have alarms for one. And
mhm.
then it'll instantly drop no matter
Here's the
what.
thing. For me right now, if I pulled out at like $200, that's money. Like obviously I could take that and I'd be happy.
Hmm.
But also it's not like that much where I'm like, yeah, like I
No,
got
I
this
know.
much money.
No,
So
I know. I mean,
if I
think of me. I
lost,
only made, somewhere near that. So,
yeah. So if I lost that 200, like if it just crashed, I wouldn't be bummed out. I'd be like, oh, whatever. It would suck because it's 200, but it's not
mhm.
like I'm depressed from it. Versus the chance of maybe making a little bit more than that, or maybe I don't know. Like I truthfully don't know how high it could possibly go. What if it could go to like because I heard somebody say that maybe one day it could in a very rare instance it could hit $100 maybe.
Yeah, that's like, that seems, it might be possible,
Hmm.
but it seems like, did you just hear that? It
I
was like,
heard
boop,
of
brrr.
sorry man, I ripped ass.
Okay, I thought it was me. Um, I think because it's already the fourth largest cryptocurrency,
Hmm.
and obviously Bitcoin is like, has trillions and trillions of dollars.
Hmm.
So for Doge to hold that, that's like, you're talking about like, I don't know, say a quarter of the world has to donate
Hmm.
or invest in it. Do you think a quarter of the world is gonna like even know what Doge, like a meme? Probably a quarter of the world doesn't even know what a meme is. You know what I
True.
mean?
Yeah.
And there's unlimited Doge coins.
Hmm.
So there's already a like a non like anybody, it doesn't really hold any value aside from just being kind of a fun thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. And like, I don't know what could come from it.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, but you have no.
but I mean, what if it even went up to $10? Like, I wonder if that's possible.
Maybe it is.
Who
I
knows?
really don't know. I think it probably is possible, but for it to get there, like, you know,
Or
uh,
even $2.
Bruce Wayne would probably have to put in
Yeah.
money. You know what I mean?
I am Bruce Wayne if he was broke.
Okay.
So
Okay. I was like, give me some of that cheddar, man.
I don't
Yeah.
know. This
Well.
this whole investing stuff. It's I don't know how if I could do this for a living because
Oh, for sure
it's
not.
you can't. It's gambling. It'd be
No.
gambling for a living.
My my goal is just when I get some extra money, put it into a bunch of different cryptos and for sure stocks. And if I see the occasional, like I invested in UFC, made a lot of money from the UFC actually.
Did you really?
Yeah, it boosted and then I pulled out at the height and then it dropped. It was actually like
Oh,
perfect. Yeah.
wow, perfect.
So it could go back up, but I don't know. I just got nervous and pulled out
Hmm.
because it's like
Yeah.
it's so much on it that it's just like it's stressful. But
Hmm.
I think if I keep getting in this habit where if I get a little bit of profit, pull out, get a bit
Yeah.
little and I'm still keeping some in. I still have some in UFC. I still have some in Doge, but I pull out to where it's the house's money. You know, like
Hmm.
it's none of my money. It's all profit. Plus, I already got some profit out of it. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like if I get in the habit of taking a little bit out, each time instead of waiting for this one thing to hit big, it's
Hmm.
like,
Yeah.
it's easier on my
At least you're
stress.
making profit too.
Yeah, and a little bit at a time will eventually become a big lump sum. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
And
So
all we want is to be able to grab some lumps.
yeah.
Because
hmm
what else are we living for?
I live for lumps.
I'm lumping around every day. So basically, what what I wanted to talk about also was what do you think about movie theaters possibly going away and we're getting all of our movies fresh from HBO Max or whatever streaming platform they may come on? Do you like the idea
I
of just being able to watch them at home or do you like the movie theater?
I like having the option of the movie theater for sure. I mean, it's a
Hmm.
cool date idea. It's just a fun activity too.
Hmm.
But I mean, a lot of the time, I probably would prefer to do it at home, especially
Yeah.
when I have a really good like home theater system.
Hmm.
Like just basically where it's just a nice sound system and a nice TV.
Yeah.
I don't want people to think like I have a movie theater in my house or something.
What are you, rich?
Yeah.
Come on, share it with
I have
us.
rich and I have $6 in Doge. But yeah, I don't know. It's obviously you're in the comfort of your own home and
Yeah.
it's a heck of a lot cheaper than going to the movie theaters. I mean,
Yeah.
you pay like what is it, like $17 max for HBO Max and you get like the
17
whole
bucks for a box of popcorn
dude, literally. I make my own ding dong popcorn.
for like 50 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
dude.
So I mean, I don't know. What are your thoughts?
It's I've always loved going to the movie theater and just experiencing
Yeah.
the the lights, the
It's an
cameras, all
experience.
on me. Just kidding. But yeah, it's an experience. You
Yeah.
got the huge theater in a dark room,
Mm.
popcorn,
And IMAX
everyone's
is
having a
next
ding
level.
dong time. Yeah,
I wish
blow
we
me out of
had
the
an
water.
IMAX. Yeah. I've only seen one IMAX. Have you seen one?
No.
Really?
No, I've I've seen one like 10 years ago. It's been
Oh,
a
you like
long
blew
time
me.
since I
No,
saw it.
I know, same. I think it's probably longer than 10 years. Actually, 10 years it would have been 14, so maybe around there. But I watched like some like astronaut, and it
Hmm.
was actually in 3D. It was like astronaut, like a first person astronaut thing where he's like floating around on the outside of the space thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was actually
Dang.
really trippy because he
That's
would like
crazy.
go over like the thing
Jeez.
and see space.
Uh-huh.
It was
Dude.
trippy, dude. But
It's
yeah, that
actually,
was dope.
dude, I remember it being a little scary, like how big it
Sure.
was.
Oh, dude, for sure.
Yeah. It
Mixed
was
with
like a
like,
video in the Grand Canyon or something.
oh, that's sick. Did you
Yeah.
watch it with the 3D or was it just regular?
It's been so long, I don't remember,
Yeah,
but I
because they
just
had like
remember it being
special
crazy.
3D. Because I
Do
know
they?
there was like, yeah,
Oh,
there
it was. I
where it
remember
was
it
like
was 3D.
proper goggles, not
Yeah,
just
it
like the
wasn't like
paper
the red and
things.
blue things. It was
Exactly.
actually like, yeah. And
Dude,
this was
that
10
was
years ago when they were still using the red and blue glasses in the movie
yeah,
theaters.
exactly.
So, but
Yeah, I had a I actually remember, and now they have the black ones where
mhm,
it's like black or something like that. It almost looks like shades.
yeah.
But imagine what it's gonna be like in the future, you know?
You remember when you'd go to the movie theater and they'd give you the 3D glasses and they were the red and blue ones and they had like pictures of the movie that you were watching?
Yeah,
Do you remember that?
yeah,
I feel like I should have saved that. I feel like it'd be worth a lot of money now, or even
yeah,
in like 20 years.
yeah, for sure, man. I bet it would, especially to like a popular movie like Spy Kids 3D or something like that. That'd be a
Dude,
trip.
that was like one of the first 3D movies that came out to blow
Yeah,
it up.
same, dude.
Yeah.
But I mean, I hope it. I don't see how it can stay afloat. I don't even
Yeah.
know how it's still floating. You know
I
what I
don't
mean? Through
either.
COVID, especially.
It's been a whole year.
If anybody's watching from the future, we're in the midst of COVID still.
Yeah.
I'm actually getting
Still.
my second shot in 5 days.
Dang, it's coming up.
Yeah.
Still gotta get mine, but
Yeah,
did you
it's
feel anything from the first one? I think I already asked you this, but
nah, my arm was just like a little sore. That's it. But the second one
weak.
is when you really yeah, the second one is when the mule really kicks in the nuts.
I guess we'll find out next week how
Yeah,
it went for
man.
you.
I'll update it. It should be actually it'll be next Thursday, so yeah.
Oh, okay. So maybe when we'll be recording, you'll be
Yeah,
like
like
sick. Maybe we'll have to try and plan it for Wednesday or something, just
yeah,
in
well,
case.
actually, we should plan it for when Dallas has a day off.
True.
Like,
Yeah.
so, because he has two
Even this
days.
weekend would be better.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we could do it on, you know, feasibly, we could even do it tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if that's what it takes to get like a decent hour, then
Yeah.
that's fine.
hmm
But if Dallas uh, is sick, it's not gonna work out. But
Yeah.
yeah, Dallas is a busy guy. He works at Amazon. He has a wife, the old ball and chain.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, he's just a busy guy. We're all busy, but he his chain is a little bit shorter.
Yeah. We have a little bit longer chains than him.
Yeah.
Not saying anything, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. His wife's like ching, 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 pulling him in.
Pulling him in
The
with
nails
the
are like but yeah, so if Dallas can't make it, then it's just gonna be us, or we're gonna have some guests on.
yeah, some point.
Yeah, at some point, because the majority of this podcast is gonna be us. You know what I mean?
I only
And
want I really want to have guests on at some points, but only if they're like really beneficial to the podcast.
yeah, for sure, and maybe not beneficial in the way of like boosting our numbers, because obviously that would
Just kidding.
because obviously that would be good as well, but like
Yeah.
beneficial is in actually having something to talk about and
Yeah,
bounce off
exactly.
ideas,
Like, because we were talking earlier, and I was like, well, what if we just bring on somebody just to have a third person? But
yeah,
and you were saying we probably shouldn't bring somebody on just to bring them on because they might just not have anything to contribute.
yeah. Well, to be totally honest, just to be totally transparent, I'm done. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. You're already
To be
quitting.
totally I thought, because you just, if you don't know, dude, what I realized last time is we didn't even say what our names were in the first episode
What?
too.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Riley
I should probably say mine.
um
Okay, yeah.
but because
Josiah
yeah,
or
Riley.
Joe.
Yeah. So you own a BMW Instagram page called Beamer
Yeah.
Empire.
Mhm.
And when you were like, I'm gonna get someone from Instagram, I thought you were just gonna randomly message someone that's like DM'd you before, and I'm like, we're gonna talk to
Oh,
someone that just owns a car and that's all they do, you know? Like,
yeah.
yeah, so I've got this really nice car. It's about it with my life. What about you?
That's it.
Like
Like
no,
one sentence.
yeah, like nothing against if you're just a normal guy that has like a normal job and whatever, but a lot of you guys are boring as crap. You know what I mean? You gotta bring
Yeah.
something to the table. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't want that to sound offensive, but that's what I thought.
I
We were
mean, it
just
makes
gonna like
sense.
randomly just get some random guy that you've never talked to, and then you
Come
said
on.
maybe you can message someone, and all I know is like these rappers that who knows what
Oh,
would be
jeez.
like. It was happening. I'm like,
Dude.
is he want to talk about Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather? He's like, no,
No.
no, I
Dude,
don't.
these rappers I've been seeing a lot lately where they're like flexing and I'm trying to remember what I saw. I saw something the other day that I was gonna send you and it's just so bad.
All this flexing, man. It's gone
Flexing,
to
renting cars.
oh my god, standing in front of jets that like they're not even flying. They're like,
Yeah, like at the helicopter, and then they're like, "All right, we're
yeah,
done taking the picture." They go into like one of those beetle bugs.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yep.
don't know. It's flexing. I mean, it's honestly, I feel like it's insecurity,
Yeah.
and you can flex all you want, but when I personally see someone that's like dripped down and like, see, if you're a rapper and you're crazy rich, do whatever you want. But if you're
Mhm.
someone that works like a 9 to 5 and spends
Yeah.
half their paycheck on like a Gucci jacket, then it's like, bruh, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And they're
That
like
doesn't make sense to
sitting there
me.
like with a jacket or like their nice shoes, and they're like, this
Yeah.
is my identity. My
Dude,
personality is my clothes,
have you seen those people who have the face masks and they say Gucci on them?
Oh my God.
It's it's so bad. It's cringy as fuck. I can't look
Jeez,
at it.
all of this is so cringe, and honestly, if you're coming from Pearson Visuals and you're a rapper and you do this, I apologize. But
They're
if
watching.
yeah,
All these
but
people are literally
yeah,
watching.
I lose like 1,000 followers. No, but it like all these people are like flexing literally $3,000 of what like of hundreds,
Mhm.
and then I'm like, all right, the cover will be like 250, and he's like, man, for real? I'm like,
Tell them what you do real quick.
oh yeah, so I make art, basically commissioned art,
Like
and
cover arts for like rappers.
yeah, rappers will get cover art, and you know it I do high quality work,
Yeah.
so and I started at 10. I started free, then to 5, then to 10, then to 20, then to 55, and now I'm just like on my now I'm on my own crap. So it's
Yeah.
like it varies, like I did a small thing for $15 today, very small,
Hmm.
and I've done
And
things.
I don't know if you still do, but for a while you had the price literally listed
Yeah,
on your bio,
yeah,
and people would still message
yeah.
you.
No, I know. I
What's the
realized that
price?
didn't make a difference, and it was just taking up bio space. And I'm
Mhm.
like, might as well fill it with something that people might ever give a ding dong
Because they
about.
don't even look at it. They just
In my
skip right
profile
to a
picture,
message.
and I changed that because I can't say, like, say for instance, $55 for anything, because some things take a lot less time, and I'll charge, not as much, or some things take like 5 more times, so I'll
Hmm.
charge a lot more.
Hmm.
So now it's, it varies depending on what they want. But in my profile picture, I have no free art. Josiah, twice a day. I swear to God, no exaggeration. Twice a day. Sometimes more. You do free art?
Let me get a free cover art, bro. I'll shut you out.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, you do art? You do cover arts? I'm like, yeah, man. What are you looking for? Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I'm looking, gives us this crazy extravagant thing. I'm like, yeah, for sure, man. What's your budget? He's like, you got to pay? I'm like,
You gotta pay.
yeah, I'm not like a saint, like sent
You
down
just
from heaven, just do
yeah,
art for every single person that
for
asks,
free.
dedicates my life to just making art for other people
For
that,
free.
yeah, but I mean, I also am like incredibly reasonable with my prices, like
Yeah.
more than oftentimes I'm like, I finished the project, I'm like, I should have charged a lot more for this, but
Yeah.
I don't have that big of a nut to crack with
Someone's gonna have a nut.
regarding monthly bills or whatever. So
Yeah.
it's all going to crypto.
Well, you
Dude,
want to
in
wrap
10
it up?
years, yeah, just real quick, in
Continue.
10 years, we're gonna have a banging crypto account if we keep
Dude.
just steady putting stuff in. Like,
Steadily and easily until we go broke. And
yes,
that's the goal.
until like the president says shuts down crypto.
Right now.
Yes. Dude, it's actually crazy. Like, do you have Coinbase?
I just downloaded it today.
Did you already make an account?
Yeah. Dude, I
You
literally
could have used my
downloaded it a
code,
couple hours
dude.
ago.
Shoot. We would have both got free $200.
Wait,
No, I'm kidding.
seriously?
I'm kidding.
Okay.
But we would have gotten a bunch. It's fine though.
Shoot.
But literally, do the Coinbase earn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you've seen like the commercials or whatever on it. You literally do like a multiple choice question. You learn about it and then do like a multiple choice question, like test or whatever. And once you get it right, like you can get it wrong, it just says wrong. And you just choose the right answer until you get it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gives you like $3 per question you get. I've
Oh,
literally
really?
$50 worth of just random stocks or
Mm-hmm.
cryptos just
Mm-hmm.
from 15 minutes worth of work, literally.
Oh, dang.
So yeah,
I'll have to look into that. Is it on the app?
Yeah, it's on the app. It took me a while because I think I like joined some sort of list, like waiting list.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Just look around for it.
Will do.
But yeah, it was a good episode though. Got a lot covered.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you next week at
See you next Friday.
5 p.m. or 1
Well,
p.m.
1 p.m.
Something like that.
Friday sometime. Peace.